Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Parampara. Om Sakana Bhavatu Sakana Upanaktu Sakaviryam Karavavake Tejasvina Vadidamastu Mahavitteshavake. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Murtave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketasecha. Good morning. So we are in the first chapter of the second Valli, the Valli of Kathopanishad. We have seen up to the verse mantra 13, 14 maybe, in the last class. So today we'll aim to do maybe 14, 15, 16, 17, to bring to a logical stop. Because from mantra 18th onwards is the real Vedanta starts, the Atma Jnanam starts. So where are we right now? We are at the cusp of Nachiketas rephrasing his request for the third boon. You have to really follow it continuously to understand the context of it. So in the second Valli, started with the Yamadharmaraja answering Nachiketas for his third boon. And what was the third boon? He said, Yeyam prete vichiktissa manushye astityega nayamastiri chayeke. Yedade vidyam anusishtatvayaham Maranamesha Parastriya. Give me the third boon, O Lord of Death, because in the world, many think about those who are dead exist no more. But others think they do exist. You tell me about this. This was the question he asked as the third boon. We saw that how Yamadharmaraja tried to dissuade him asking that. Then knowing that he is not going to give up, he started in the second Valli. The first 13 mantras, he was giving a context for the answer. He has not answered it. What was he doing? He was saying, every now and then confirming that Nachiketas, you are a fit student. And he was mentioning about the approach of life that they who seek the purity of truth is called Shreyas, not Prayas. He talked about the Prayas and Shreyas. Then he talked about the Guru Sishya, importance of it. Why was he doing that? Because a great teacher, see, for example, the question he asked was, do we exist after death? Now, Nachiket is a great student. So is the teacher. So teacher knows very well, having asked for the boons to achieve the Swargaloka and all that after death, Nachiketas must clearly know that we do exist after the death. Otherwise, why do you ask for going to Swarga? So the teacher knows Nachiketas' question is not about the when somebody exists or not after the death. Definitely exist. But how do they exist? What is the Swarupam? What is the Jiva Swarupam? What is the Jiva Yatra? How does the Jivan goes from one world to the other? So he could have chosen that answer. He would have actually given that answer, which in a lot of Puranas give you, how the Chidabhasam travels across different part of it. You know, he briefly touched upon it. But he knows, see, a great teacher does not answer the question. He answers the questioner. Sometimes you ask a question, you look for an answer. The Mahatmas give you different answers, or they may ask you different questions. That's because the trigger for your question is not the lack of understanding of the subject of the question, but the underlying context of your approach to the problem of life. So he was trying to make Nachiketa think through by describing something superior than Jiva. How did he say? Tad durdarsham gudam anupravishtam kakvareshtam guhayam puranam. So all that thing he was talking about is Atma. Now Nachiketas thinks. In the next verse, he rephrased the question. So this means he got the answer for the question he asked before, but he now wants to elaborate, bring focus to this. What do we learn from this approach? This is the approach we should take in life. We generally chat about many things in life. But when you take purposeful conversation, the questions that you ask, the reply you give should never be closing the conversation or diverting to some place which is unrelevant to it, but refining the conversation to go dwell deeper into the conversation, deeper into the purpose of the knowledge that is in pursuit. So it's very, very interesting or important mantra, what he's doing now. So he's asking. This is again the third boon he's asking. See how beautifully he asked. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra asmat, krita kritat. Anyatra bhudach, bhavyach, yaddat pashyasi tatvata. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. That you can split into anyatra adharmat. So the first line is anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Then take the last line. Yat tat pasyasi tatvadaga. That you say, tell me, tatvadaga, you tell me that. Which one? Yat tat pasyati. Pasyasi. Pasyasi means that you see. He is going to ask the teacher not for a knowledge that he is going to quote from somewhere else. He is not expecting to say, okay, Nachiketas, in the Upanishads it is said like this, therefore it is. No. He wants what you see. What is your anubhuti? Because Brahmanishta. Your Mother Maharaja is a Brahmanishta. So he is asking, this is very important. So the discourse should come from those with the anubhuti. The word should be from the inner experience of the person. Satyam vada. That is what Satyam is. Satyam is that is, which is what you realize in yourself. He's telling him, oh Dharmaraja, tell me that you see that which is anyatra dharmat. That means anyatra means which is not, which is different from dharma. What is that? And he says anyatra adharmat. That is also different from adharma. So now he understands. I give a simple meaning first. From now onwards, he had to be very, very focused because it's going to be more subtle and subtle. Doesn't matter if you don't understand it, but if you grasp it, it will unreveal itself. So I try to simplify. What is he asking? He is asking, tell me that you see, you realize that which is other than dharma, other than adharma. Now, why does he phrase this way? Here, dharma means dharmam, adharmam. It comes in a pair. That means papam, punyam, and papam. Dharma karyam and adharma karyam. Dharma karya palam, adharma karya palam. That which transcends that. Now, why does he qualify like this? Let's use the yukti. In the first chapter is all about going to Swarga. And we learned that going there is not easy unless you do punya karyas here. Therefore, punyam is the flight ticket, your credit card to travel into the Swargas. And when you deplete the credit card, your limit is exceeded, you fall down. You build again. So therefore, dharmam and adharmam are the two, as opposite, you can say, that the jivas are entwined with, embroidered with. So the jiva yatra of going to Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, even to becoming as a Yamadharma Raja, that post, can all be achieved by doing punya karmas, avoiding papa karmas. Therefore, you are dealing with dharma and adharma. Now, but he says, transcend that. I want something which is not bound by this. What is he asking then? What can be outside this dharma and adharma? You know the very famous mantra shloka in Bhagavad Gita, which has been debated by everybody who do not follow Sankara Bhasham, of course. It is called Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Shravanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Padepyo Moksha Isvami Masuchaka. Masuchaka. Masuchaka means don't cry. This is how he finishes. One says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. This phrase has been greatly debated, being debated all the time. After teaching Arjuna lots of stuff, do this, do that, eat this food, follow this karma, follow this. He's giving a lot of niyamas to him, dharmas to him. And in the concluding part, he says, Sarva dharman parityajya. Parityajya means give it away. Tyajya means tyagam. Parityajya, completely give up everything. Sarva dharma means both dharma and adharma. Of course, there are a lot of interpretation. The easiest one interpretation to take is second line and third line. The third line is interesting one. Last line is more interesting. Moksham ishyami masushakana. I'll give you moksham. When? Mamekam shravanam vraja. If you are Sharanam Prajar, you always fall at my feet. I take care of you. Now, this is very, very easy means. Why didn't you say the first mantra itself? Much easier. If you just surrender to him, that's it, all taken care of. That's a very good meaning, very well intended meaning. But here, what it means, what's the point of them teaching karma yogas and all these things, bhakti yoga, all these things? If you have to give up sarvadharman parityajya, it does not mean you don't do any work. If nobody works, the world stops. That's not the intent of the universe. The universe has got an order. Dharma sthiti means everything has to happen as it is. So let's take Lakshyartham, then we go for Tattvartha. The intent is not to go to the mantra of Bhagavad Gita, but this is related to the same phrase, Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. How do I transcend Dharma and Adharma? You can say, I must be Atma, something like that. I don't know all this yet. As an ordinary person, an Astika, how can I do Sarvadharma Paritijya? How can I do that? Very simply, Bhagavan is described. The Dharma and Adharma, the Papa and Punya are attached to you automatically. For what reasons? Because you do the action. Every action got a Papa Punya. But I need to do action. But I don't want it to attach me. What do you have to do? You do as a karma yoga or karma sannyasa without any kartatvam. I do it. Like a tree blossoming, sun giving the light. You doing a seva. I do mitra seva. I do whatever seva. I do bhajan. I teach bhajan. I don't expect credit. I don't expect money. See, everything you do, that means you are already parityajya. You are giving away. Okay. Now let's go into the deeper part here. Let's get this part. So dharma here, dharma, adharma. Dharma is again a loaded word, I told you. Normally, what do we say dharma? If somebody is hitting somebody, you say adharma. You cannot do that. Why? Because it's not the etiquette, it's not an ethos. It is not the right thing to do. So the right things are somehow associated with the phrase dharma. The wrong things are adharma. So the doing right and wrong is therefore, we can see, is only when you do karma. Karma is what? Not physical action. Kayena vacha manasyentirva. Thinking, thoughts also a karma. See, just now we heard about the Lalita Srishti. You worship, Ambal gives you form, gives you results. You can worship her any form. You can worship her as to give me knowledge, night knowledge. Or you can worship her, let me have the power to kill the person. You can do that. Why not? Because that's what I want. God has to give you that. So the God is giving me good things. I see God as a Kalyana Gunas. The God is giving me the bad things. See, called as a Mahakali. Gauri. So Rudra is both Gora Nagora. See, where I'm getting there, which means Swami has no good or bad, no dharma or adharma. Let's come to Adhyatmikam. Therefore, dharma is when I have to deal with an empirical world, when I have to have something other than me exist. That's where the context comes in. When I am alone in my house, I don't need to really show respect to you because you're not here. When you come in there, then I have to show you respect. So Dharmam prevails on Dvaitam. In Dvaita Bhavam, it is essential. When you live in this world, it's a Dvaitam. So Dharmam is needed. That's why Bhagavan comes to this world, Sambhavami Yuke Yuke, to establish Dharma because this is Dvaita Bhavam, Anekam, Rupam Anekam. So you have to live in order. Ritam Vadishyami. Now, that's why he says, give me something far from Dharma, from Adharma. That means, what is that does not have this duality? What is that, the Advaita Anupudi? What is that exists there? You see? Same way Bhagavan is saying, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Shavana. That Mamekam, to me you surrender. There, Bhagavan is not saying the Krishna Paramatma with both four hands, flutes, Vishnu. No. That way you can worship it. That is your Aham. Aham Brahmam. So that you surrender to your Atma. Bhagavan says so many places in Bhagavad Gita, who I am. Akshara Brahma. He's talking about that. So here, therefore, you can understand Nachiketas is finishing the question, putting Yamadharmaraja, the teacher, in a tight leash. Hey, don't give me all this beat around. Get to me that which is beyond dharma and adharma. Now, then the next line. Anyatra asmat krita kritat. You can split into krita akritat. Kritat means kru root is for doing. One of the meaning for doing. Karma, all that come from the kru root. Kritat means that has been done. That has been cooked, that has been made. What is made? In effect. Akritat, that is not made. Here it means that's a cause. So, karana karyam. So, anyatra asmat kritakritam. Asmat means therefore. See, so you need to really look very carefully. First phrase is dharma, adharma, anyatra. Therefore. What is it therefore? Cause and effect. Because dharma, adharma happens in the Dvaitam. Dvaitam has got objects of many. Objects are created. Therefore, there are effect and there's a cause. Therefore, see, he's taking a little bit deeper the question. He doesn't want to, therefore, Yamadharmaraja would come back and say, okay, I will tell you what transcends dharma and adharma. He says, no, hold on. Dharma, adharma, it has to transcend. Dharma and adharma happens because there is cause and effect. Is it not? Underlying the dharma, adharma is there's a cause and effect. There's a world. There is a creation, a srishti. Therefore, there's a sthiti. Karanam is there. So dharma comes as a part of the creation. Now he is asking, tell me, yet that pashyasi anyatra krita akritat. Tell me that is beyond the cause and effect. Now he comes to the hard problem of science. Science, which has to go by the cause and effect theory, stuck with this. Even the lot of these Shrutis have come to the conclusion that I have to define as a first cause, because they are very afraid to say something can exist without a creation. Therefore, there must be a cause. So we look for a reason for a cause. Therefore, with taking Smriti Vakyas, Shruti Vakyas as underlying cause, the rishis have is Arshapadam. They have said Srishti, Sthiti, Samharam. So the whole science, theologies talk about this first creation, the Big Bang. So they need a reason. Something must have started. Oh, from the point of singularity, it started. Brilliant. How did the point of singularity exist? No, don't ask. That's the time zero. It's a mathematical comfort. So we are also stuck with that. So there is a first cause is needed. The first cause is artificial. Therefore, we call it a Maya Shakti, Parashakti. It's real in this empirical world, but Maya in the para world. That means there is no creation. You're going to go to the Shuddha Advaita, go to deep Advaita, it's going to say there is no creation. Everything is as they are appearing to be. So this is what Nachiketu is asking. Give me that causeless. Now, when this is being discussed, is all going to be Atma or Ishvara, whatever. Don't look at it as if some very beautiful concept of something superior sitting somewhere I'm learning. That's nice. It gives you reverence, but it doesn't give you ownership. What are we talking about? Atma. What is Atma? I. It is about you, about I. So it is I who is beyond the dharma and adharma. It is I who is beyond the cause and effect. You say it with a lot of fear, because how can you make a claim like this? So you can take two approaches in taking this path of learning and realization. That this is something which is I cannot learn. Someday it will dawn on me. Therefore, I'll just go intellectually on this. 90% of them you do that way. Because you still lack Shraddha. Why? Why I say this? Why are you looking for intellectual pursuit? Because you want to prove to yourself. That means there is a minor lack of Shraddha in Shruti Vakya or Guru Vakya. No. I'm not saying you should not do it. Mananam is the important part. You should contemplate, argue. That's the path we take. There's another path where you take it as true as it is, with the innermost thought that you still need the anubhuti because you don't have the full realization of it, but you create an artificial bhava. It's called bhavana. This way, bhavana is a very important part. Bhavana is when you listen to Vedanta Shravanam, when you are doing that, Atma is I. Anything that talks about Atma is about me. Bhagavan, when he was doing this, sitting there as a Bhagavan Ramana, I'm talking about. A lot of Vedic scholars come to him and they look at this beautiful young boy sitting in Tiruvannamalai. He's not talking. So what do? They recite all the Upanishads. They recite because they know how to recite it. Bhagavan has not read any of the Vedas or anything like that. And he says in his own words later. So when this was sitting, he addressed himself as this. When this was sitting, and everybody recited Upanishad Vakyas, and I thought to myself, oh, they are talking about this. You see, that is a paripurnatvam. When the word is heard about Atma, because he's a realized soul, he knows it is about it. Now, but please don't think it is only for Bhagavan Ramana, it is for everybody else. We need to put an effort towards that. So you can have a bhavana. Every time say Atma, don't say something different. It is you. Here it has to be beyond the cause and the effect. So you should have stopped there. He didn't do it. He said, Anyatra Bhudacha Bhavyacha. Because he knows Mother Raja is a superior teacher. Therefore, he may give a subtlest of knowledge, which is beyond dharma and adharma, which is beyond cause and effect. But Nachiketas is a bright boy. He says, Asmat, what is cause and what is effect? Effect is the curd was once a milk. The necklace was once a gold bar. So I say once means there is before and after. So effect is cause modified over time. A cause may be an effect of another cause modified over time. So the more subtle, the subtlest of things that he needs to go, not cause and effect. Even below that, the time and space. So he's saying, Anyatra Buddhacha, Bhavyacha. Buddha means what is been done before, past tense. Bhavishyati, Bhavya is what is coming, future. Anyatra Buddhacha, what transcends the past and the future. That means he's asking for Atma, not just beyond dharma and adharma, not just which is therefore beyond cause and effect, which is therefore beyond the time. Question should come to your mind. Bodhacha, Bhavyacha, past and the future. Why is he not talking about the present? See, here again, so what is time? We think time goes, time flies. You look at the clock, you can see the time. Time is unidirectional. You cannot go back in time. Time flies, we say. So we imagined time is something which is going somewhere very fast. We don't know where it is going, but it's going very fast. How fast it is? I can't say that. I can say that it is this fast, this seconds, this minutes. But when I go to space, it's going faster than this. Okay, I modify this. Science come back and tell you. It goes in different speed depending on which world you are in. Then I ask the question to the scientist, is it the aircraft that is flying fast or a satellite that is flying fast or the time? Yes, definitely the satellite flies fast. I know. It flies in this many hours per, this many miles per seconds or whatever. That is the time. How do you measure the time speed? 1 second per second. So time is therefore no speed. You measure the speed of something else, but not the time speed. If it has no speed, it cannot be a vector quantity. Speed and direction are the two things you need a vector. So time is therefore not going anywhere. But I see time goes. It's 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:20. But this is what you want to see. For us, we define time as a reflection of change. So we mistake the change to be change in time. This is not I'm saying. This is not just Vedanta saying. This is what the science says. You go to a physicist and ask him for the time. He says, time is an illusion. Newton said time is real. It always flows. Even if you don't do anything, time goes. No. Einstein came back and said, no. If you are living in a three-dimensional world, time looks like it's moving because your mind measuring the change. Why there is a past exists for you? Think about it. It exists for you because, not because you've written a diary, because you have a memory. If your memory is gone, like somebody in a dementia, there is no past for them. Of course, this is the illness for us in this world, because the world is configured that way to live. The point, the larger point, I will not go deeper into this, but just to give you the need to understand, it's not just Vedanta that makes a complicated thinking. Science does the same thing. But science is in a very kindergarten stage in this. So don't be don't lose motivation that why this lectures classes are so complicated, not very simple. Well, why ask this kind of question? This is how you ask questions to understand life. So the larger point, therefore, is time is an illusion. And calls it a block time. What's a block time? He says, if you cross the third dimension, the past is like I'll give you an example of a DVD player or a thing. A film is there in the DVD player. I don't tell you it's a DVD. I just play on the screen. You watch the movie. You travel across the movie. You can say, "Oh, what's going to happen? I don't know. Something is going to come," because you don't have access to the block time of the movie. The block time is the other dimension in the DVD. The DVD, past, future doesn't exist. There's just a map of status of event. Your past and the present, the future is what you see as a change. That much is enough right now to understand. Therefore, the present is not implied here. It's implied here, but not said. Because at least past you can refer by memory. The future you can refer by a wish. Because you had no evidence of that happened. How do you point out present? You can't measure the present. The moment you measure the present, it becomes a past. This is present, yeah? It's gone. I think it's a theologian, Antonio, somebody in a biblical time, he said, Okay, this time concept is everybody analyzed it. And he said, I know everything about time until somebody asked about it. It's a great, profound statement. Exactly like you and I should remember. Don't need to worry about defining time. In the heart of heart, you know what time is. What is the time? What is the meaning of time? I know it because we experience it, because we create it. I'm reading a book and I'm so immersed, I don't even know time gone. What happened to the time? It is out of your focus. It's not there. So Nachiketas is trying to provoke him. So give me that which transcends the time. Now, interesting now. So we know that the answer that we're going to get would be the Atma. The Atma is I. Therefore, I would be the one, Kala Dita, Desha Dita, Guna Vishesa Dita, Paramatma, Ishwara, Aham Brahmasmi. But then the teacher is not going to answer him immediately. So he's going to say the next three verses. Why is he again doing this? This is got some interesting insight, I would say. In the 15, 16, and 17, he's going to give Nachiketas and through us to us the Omkara Upasana. Nachiketas did not ask for Omkara Upasana. He asked for that knowledge, but he injects no Upasana. Sarvadharma Parityajyam. So this Upasana is a karma. Manasa karma is Upasana. Jnanameva kaiva. So once I not get the jnanam, I don't need to do any Upasana. No, you still have to do Upasana. The Upasana will take you. The bhakti's complete fruition is jnanam. So you have to have Upasana. But here he's going to talk about Upasana, which is very specific to Vedanta, which is normally associated to sannyasis. Your sannyasis are not the sannyasis wearing the kavi dress. Sannyasi are one who can give up the ahankara. So, for anyone who wants to hear the truth, Omkara Upasana is important. But you see what he's going to say. He says, Sarve Veda Yat Padam Amananti Tabahumsi Sarvani Cha Yat Vadanti Adhichando Brahmacharyam Charanti Tatte Padakam Sankrahene Bravimyo Mityetat Bravimyo Om Idityeta Yetat Om Iti Bravimi Sarve Veda Yat Padam Amananti. Sarve Veda. Sarve Veda means in all the Vedas, all the scriptures. Yat Padam. Yat means which or which Padam. Padam means, Padam also got a lot of meaning. Padartham. Padam means the word. In the Vedas, which word? You should take it. All the words in the Vedas. Here, Yat Padam means Padavi, the position, what you have to reach. So Padam is a laksham. Padartham is lakshyartham. See, you understand the thing. Padartha means word meaning. Here, padam, pada padartham is lakshyartham. What is laksham is the meaning. by all Vedas, which Lakshyam, which position? Amanandi. Amanandi means propagates, profoundly declares. In other words, what position, what goal that all Vedas declare? It's the first definition. Tapamsi cha yat sarvani. Yad tapamsi sarvani cha. Tapamsi means one who does all the penance. All the right tapas, whoever is doing, all those people, vadanti, what they are talking about, that padam. That means not only the Shastras talk about it, all those who understand the Shastras and to attain that padam, whatever they do, tapas they do, and what do they say? Vadanti. Third line, yadichando brahmacharyam charanti. Yad ichantaha brahmacharyam charanta. Yat ichadi. So to attain what everybody is following, charanda, following brahmacharyam. Don't take it as a brahmacharyam in the school days, you call brahmachari. That's also right meaning. So it means acharanam is going, depending on that. Brahma acharya. So going, thinking always about the Brahman. Mumukshu. Jignasu. Why are they doing? Why are you all here to listen to this? Because you all want to attain that position of power, peace, bliss. So you're giving this kind of a three different adjective. Tat padam, that lakshyam, te, for you, sankrahene bravimi. Bravimi means I will tell you. Sankrahene. Sankrahene means very short, very briefly I'll tell you. So you must take the meaning of this as answer to the question that he asked. That is, Atma, that which transcend dharma, dharmas, transcend cause and effect, transcend the time, that is, that padam, that position is etat om iti. Bravim yomit etat. That you must say, Bravimi om iti etat. He's saying, that is om. So he says, Atma is om. But what he mean by that is, the om is the sadhanam for the Atma. How come he says sadhanam, not sadhyam? Devi Bhagavatam, when Ishvara asked for Kalauhi, Sarveshta Sadhyam, you ask him, but Ambal says, Pravashyami Sarveshta Sadhanam. Because sadhanam becomes sadhyam. In the Upasana, when you are reciting mantras, whatever mantra you recite, and you have an imagination of, I say imagination purposely, a bhavana of Lalita Ambika, or any Ambal or any deity you worship, and you are busy doing this thing, looking for the akshata, looking for the coconut, you do karma because you don't care what's the meaning of it. It's not needed. At the first stage, you do all that. At some stage, you will start thinking about it and then talk about the vicharma of this word. But before you do the vicharma of the word, you can do the bhavana that Ambal is there in your mind. and then you are praying to her because you've done a prana pratishta. You are nothing but the Atma in the Ambal Rupa. So Ambal is nothing other than myself. So in Shaktam, it is very, very clear. Shakta Bhashaka, they will wear the, like Ambal, they wear the dresses because they want to do the bhavana. We'll see more about it in the next slokas. So bhavana is something you have to do. So here Om is sadhanam, but the sadhanam has to have the bhavanam. Hey, how come I can, if I say Om Namo Narayanaya, I can, at least I know. Om Namah Shivaya, I know. You don't have anything, just say Om. Where is the bhavana here? We will see. So here he is giving both sadhana and sadhya. See, he is not going to dwell into the Omkara Upasana in great detail. Now we need to go to the Mondiki Upanishad, which purely elaborates on the Omkara Tattvam. Bhagavan says, in Gita, he says, Rasoham apsukaunteya prapasmi sasashuryoha pranava sarve vedeshu satyake paurusham manusham. In the water, I am the rasam. In the Chandra and Surya, I am the light. Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha. In the Vedas, I am the Omkaram. Shabdaha K. K means in the sky. In the Akasham, I am the Shabdam. Paurusham Narusham. So in the human beings, I am the power of life. Very beautiful mantra. Seventh chapter, I think. What Bhagavan says there is, I am that, but he comes to say, I am the Omkara in the Sarva Vedas. And the Omkara becomes Shabdam. Shabdahe K. K means Akasham. In Kaha, Shabdam means Akasham. So in the Akasha, I am the Shabdam. That's the whole radiating, not the sound that you hear. Sound is a gross form of the whole spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. I am that radiation, effulgence. That effulgence also comes into Paurusham Nurushu. In the Purushas, that means in the human beings, the life forms, I am the living force. Therefore, it's Atma. You see, that one mantra is now, this is why very interesting, when you read, you don't need Upanishad. Gita is enough. But when you read Upanishad, understand Upanishad, when you go back to the Bhagavad Gita, some of the discourses you heard, you listened to, will give you different light now. So it is what Shuddhi Vakyam, Smriti Vakyam is. Omkaram is a pranavam. It's also called pranavam. Yeah. There are a lot of ways you can analyze that. Prayer means beautiful, before. Navam is light, effulgence, that which exists before one. So it is the light beyond all the lightness, beyond all the darkness. Omkaram is pranavam. So here, Yamadharmaraja told him, Etat Om iti. So the reason he said that was, Nashiketas, even though you will get the Atmajnanam as a Vicharam, to stay put on the Vicharam, you must do Omkara Upasana. The Omkara Upasana, he prescribed to him because you will see in the next two mantras, Upasana has got a certain method of doing it. Omkara will put you far beyond dharma, kala, dida, karana, karya, avastra, triya. All that will be there. So that's what it means. Okay, let me go to the next one. I won't delve deeper into these mantras because we got a chance to do the Kathopanishad someday. We can go through that. Okay, next one. Here he expand this one. Edat ye vaksharam brahma, edat ye vaksharam param, edat ye vaksharam nyatva, yodichadi taschidat. Edad, edat he, edad ye vaksharam. So you must take the first line. If you take it, edad ye deva eva aksharam. Deva aksharam you take eva aksharam. Eva aksharam Brahma. Edad eva aksharam Brahma. Edad, this one, that means this Atma, this concept, idea that you're asking for, is eva aksharam. Or here eva is like eva also, like aksharam, like a little, like not a little matra. Aksharam means, sharam means that which ends. Aksharam means that doesn't end. Akshada means that which auspicious we say. Why is auspicious? Because it never ends. The letter in Sanskrit, any letter is called aksharam. Suraksha, we say. So, okay, let's not go to Vyagaranam. So, aksharam therefore defines infinite. Here, aksharam, what this aksharam here, Om is not a Sanskrit letter. It's not a Sanskrit sound. Om is Shabdam. The letters that you get in a language, which we call a script, is nothing to do with it doesn't limit the potency of a language. You understand? The letters, a rupam, is a convenience that we have created the later years. Every language letters change in time and space. The A itself, I can write a font like this and you can write differently. The lipi is different. Aksharam, the right varnas is different. The Shaptam is constant. Here the Aksharam is Shaptam. What Shaptam? Om Shaptam. This Shaptam is Brahman. Here you, Bhagavan Bhashyakara says, take the Brahma as a Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma means a God, Ishvara. Saguna Brahma means Ishvara. The Ishvara can be Narayana for you, or Shiva for you, Muruga for you, Lakshmi for you, Lalitamba for you. Doesn't matter. Ishvara, Ishwari, whatever. Saguna Brahma. That means I can attach Guna Vishesham. Why I say attach Guna Vishesham? Because I can only see them with the Gunas. She's Payasana Priya, Sotra Priya, Sri Mata, all the thing you say, Sahasranamas, Guna Vishesham. Okay. Second line, Yedadu Eva Aksharam Param. Here it is Param. Param Brahman. That is, it is Nirguna Brahma. You can take it differently. You can take the first line. This Aksharam is Brahman. This Aksharam is superior. You can take that meaning. But that meaning has not much weight. But you go with what Bhashyakara says. The first line says, equates Om is Saguna Brahman. Any Swami that you worship is nothing but Om. You worship Allah is Om, Jesus is Om, Krishna is Om, Ayyappa is Om. No. I call it Narayana. I call it Saraswati. Fine. And how do you do the Archana? Om Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Sri Lalitambihai Namaha. Why do you add a Om? Because it sounds nice? No. The Om is the second line. Param. Nirguna Brahmam. The Nirguna Brahmam is coming to you because you wanted that way as a Saguna Brahmam. Om Namo Narayana. Om Krishnaya Namaha. That means Om, may the Nirguna Brahmam appear to me as Krishna because I like Krishna. Point. So therefore, when I do Archana, I Archana to Krishna. Where does the Archana goes to? Parabrahma. In the, if you're an electrical engineer, communication engineer, you know it. When a radio station broadcasts a tune, it has to reach a lot of people. It's a certain kilohertz it comes in. But how does it travel in the air? 5 kilohertz is very small spectrum, so the sound will fade. So there's something called a carrier frequency. The carrier frequency is a big oscillating frequency which can go on a long time. On that, the small sound will be added to that. That's why BBC would broadcast so many channels of information on one big antenna they will have and broadcast it. And then it comes in the signal, a different frequency. And you have a little radio. The radio got a transducer and something called a LNA, low noise amplifier. You take it out and then decode the frequency. So you need something to carry a long distance. Your little frequency, to a long distance it has to go. That long distance carrier frequency is Om. I'm just giving you to put in mind a position of it. So therefore, if I have to send my prayers to Krishna, and if I am at this kindergarten, therefore I think Krishna is in Gokulam, in Vaikuntham somewhere, I need to send this message to him. I need to add Om in front of it. Om Krishnaya Namaha. The Om carries it. Om Murugaya Namaha. Goes to Muruga. So God will appear to me in that form only. That's the reason why you cannot convert anybody in any religion. Don't say, oh, don't worship Shiva, worship Krishna, or worship that God, this God. Because for you, you are a great devotee, Krishna comes to you. Krishna gives you. Therefore, you have a strong belief Krishna is the God. And somebody else, Shiva is the God. But both are like children, The two children talking about the same person. For one, that the person is an uncle or a person is a dad. My dad is a good person. No, my uncle is a good person. They are fighting in a room. Both are correct. But the fight is unnecessary because same Brahma. Same way, doesn't matter which God you worship. Bhagavan says, whatever form you worship, I come in that form only. See? So it's a lot of things to vicharam. So I'm saying this so that you can start thinking about it. Come with a lot of questions, come with a lot of ideas. So that is a Saguna Brahman, that is a Nirguna Brahman. The third line, Edate e aksharam nyatva yo yadichadi dasyatat. Yo means yo yadichadi tasyatat. Tat ichadi. Yadichali, you take yat ichali. Yat ichali. Whoever, whatever they like, that's it. That will happen to you. In other words, if you take Om as a Upasana mantra, and if you use that to worship Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman, Nyatva. Okay. Nyatva means having understood. Now, Bhashyakara gives two definitions to this. If you take the definition of first line to be Saguna Brahman, then Nyatva should be taken as Dhyatva. Dhyatva means having do meditation, Dhyanam. By doing Dhyanam, you achieve the Saguna Brahman Palam. But when you come to Nirguna Brahman, where Om has no form, it happens even when you do Saguna worship, you worship Lalita Parameshwari, worship all the time. At some stage, you are not saying Om Mahashakti Namaha. The Namaha is dropped. Mahashakti is dropped. Just Om is there. That time, even that form that you had occupied your mind, that vritti is gone. I can't tell you what is there, but you have bliss. So that means it is pushing you towards that which you really, really want. But why can't you start straight away? Why should I go through this different gods? And I get confused because somebody says you have to do Navagraha Stotra. You need to do the Chandi Homa. And you say, look, I do Sashti Hom, Sashti Pratham, I'm Muruga Upasaka. I want to do Sashti, Chandi Hom. Then you get confused. Should I do that? Should I do this? Or should I do both? You don't know which God is going to give me what. So you spend time. It's all unnecessary. If whatever He wants you to do, He wants you to do. Whatever you worship deeper. So it is sometime you need to move away from so many pockets of sadhanas towards that which will make you go towards the Brahma Upasana. Nothing wrong in doing so many things. Some stage. So he said that. I take one more, then I stop it. So 5 more minutes I take it. So this mantra is, it's not telling you how to do the Omkara Upasana. Someday we can discuss that. But this tells you the importance of Om. So don't drop the Om without purpose. Om has to be there. You may have a question. Okay, what about Hare Rama, Hare Krishna? Om is not there. What do we have to do? So that's a different discussion. Okay. Next one. Yetatalambanam sreshtame, tadalambanam param, etatalambanam nyatva, brahmaloka mahiyate. Etat alambanam sreshtam, etat alambanam param. That's how you should read the first two lines. Yetatalambanam sreshtame. Split it. One day, maybe we can go through how to split all those things. Edat alambanam shreshtam. Etate, this. Here, this means the Om. This Om as a sadhanam, shreshtam, supremely virtuous. What is it? Alambanam. Use the phrase alambanam. Alambanam in Sanskrit means that which gives you a support. Lamba, you say that, no? A pole. You put a pole next to a jasmine creeper, the creeper is so happy. It holds on to it. It does alingam. Lingam means a sign. Alingam means embracing the sign. When the lingam is pratishtha, when erected, taken, it's alambanam. Just a signage, right? Alambanam. So here you see the insight of it. In the previous one, he said, Om is the Pranabam, is the Atma, Brahma. Here it says Alambanam. I mean, it is both the means and the end. This is supreme. In fact, this supremacy of the Om is what adds reverence to the Namam of the mantra. Om Saraswati Namaha. The Namam Saraswati get the Shreshtam from the Om added to it. Otherwise, Rupam, Namam is what? Is the lingam for the Shabdam. So, this is supreme. Here we must take, again, if you go by the last mantra's interpretation, this is supreme for the Saguna Brahma Upasana. Therefore, whenever you do Saguna Brahma Upasana, ensure you have the Omkara. Even the Gayatri mantra, you must say, it starts with Om, end with Om. Harihi Om. Veda finishes Harihi Om. Veda starts with Om Agnimi Ile Prohidam. It starts at Rigvedam. It ends with Harihi Om. Beginning with Om, end with Om. If you open the mouth, the first sound without any prayatna is Akaram. And if you want to finish, you close your mouth, Makaram. This transition of Agaram ending with Makaram, goes through the change of A to U. It's how it comes in. So this Akara, Ukara, Makaram, this way the Mandukya Upanishad splits to explain this as a Srishti Sthiti Samharam. Because in sound is a layam. When you say you go to sleep. Layam. Is always creation. So here he says, Etat alambanam sreshtam, etat alambanam param. The first one is a sreshtam in the Saguna Upasana. Param means Nirguna Upasana. It's also sreshtam when you just do meditation of Om alone. But normally in practice, they don't say, if you have not taken a diksha or a guru has not given you the Om, you don't do Omkara Upasana. It's the only reason because it's not secret not to be told. It is because your qualities may not be up to the mark. Because Omkara Upasana means you're going to do the meditation on something which is formless, which in one sense, what Islam is all about. Worship the formless. But if you do not know how to worship, you would not know. So you will the mind is not going to let you know. It's going to really drag you down. Mind is not interested at all in you becoming one with the Brahman. Because mind has created you, the world. So it's going to interact with you. So you need to have developed lots of skills. Do Shaguna Upasana. Do karmas first. Do Shaguna Upasana. Then you attain Omkara Upasana. And once you got that, then you do that. There, how do I do Dhyanam? So Jnatva is Dhyatva for the first one. But Omkara Upasana, it's not called Dhyanam. It is Jnatva itself. It is inquiry. So Omkara Upasana for Mananam Nididhyasanam is inquiring the Omkaram, using my intellect on this, contemplating. What we are doing in this kind of a process is Omkara Upasana when we talk about the Omkara. So you must do more and more. You do that, then you go back and do the Omkaram is Alambanam. You do the Shaguna Brahma Upasana with the Ishta Devata. This is the technique. And if you do that, what happens? Brahmaloke Mahiyate. This is the beauty of it. In all the Upanishads in Vedanta, you must get benefit. The benefit is given Prayojanam. Brahmaloke Mahiyate. Mahi means Mahimai. You get beautifully the Brahmaloka. This Brahmalokam could be your Brahma Slokam, Satyalokam, Intralokam, Swargalokam, Yamalokam, Pitralokam. Whatever you want, whatever dharmas are taking you, then you do Shaguna Brahma Upasana. But when you do the Omkara Upasanas and the Guna Brahma, like Nachiketa is asking for, you go straight to Brahma Lokam, where you will be Mahiyati, you will be glorified because you are there to become one with this. We will take a little bit more on this one because it's you need to understand a little bit deeper into these lines to go forward. From 18th mantra onwards, that is next mantra onwards, it is Vedanta. So we are passing away all the pretext, all the preface. So now we are going to go into the deeper of the Atmajnana Vicharam. So I took 10 minutes more. It's worth it. Om Sakana Bhavatu.
Om
Sakana Bhunattu.
Sakabhunattu
Sakabhirjam Karavavahai.
Sakabhirjam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavadidamastu.
Tejasvinavadidamastu
Ma Vitvishavahai.
Ma Vidvishavahai
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you, Raja.